Hi guys, JT here, and this is my Russian Grand Prix preview, and also I'll be looking at the impact that Russia has had in the previous years in Formula 1. So, round 16, and we're in Sochi for the first time. I've been looking forward to this Grand Prix since it got announced. The track looks very fast, very flowing. It's got a big, long curve. That'll be good to see, just to see the drivers control that and see if they lose any the back end or something like that if they go in too fast. That'll be exciting to see. Sharp corners as well, so it looks very, very fast. It looks Mercedes type. Also, Red Bull might favour this track as well because they've seemed to do well on very aerodynamic, cornery, straight, fast circuits. So yeah, Sochi, somewhere in Russia. I think Russia's a very big place. I think it's on the European side, so I think we're back in Europe, the final European race. Correct me if I'm wrong. If it's in Asia, then tell me, because I'm not Russian, as you can probably tell. I'll just adjust this camera a little bit. There we are. That's better. So this isn't the first time we've been in Russia, actually. Back in 1913, 1914, they actually hosted a race in Moscow on the street. Sorry, not Moscow, St. Petersburg. Back in 1914, about 100 years ago. Well, see, when it wasn't Formula 1, it was just Grand Prix back then. A German called Willi Scholl won it for someone called Benz, which is Mercedes now. So that'll be a little bit of an interesting fact. Yeah, so not the first time I've been to Russia, but the first time Formula 1 has been to Russia. Yeah, it took place on the streets of St. Petersburg. Also, we back in the 1980s they actually tried a street circuit in Moscow, and they were trying to hold a Grand Prix there called the Grand Prix of the Soviet Union, on the streets of Moscow, and it was on the provisional 1983 calendar. If you were watching Formula 1 in 1983, you probably know what I'm on about. You might have seen it, you might have heard about it, you might have heard rumours back then. What was going on. I don't know how they got news around them in them days. Was it local news or I don't know. But it didn't get put on the calendar because of barriers. There was something wrong with the barriers, or they weren't strong enough or something like that. There was something wrong with their circuit, so they couldn't really do that. So yeah, Russia, it's not really a Formula 1 history making country like France or Spain or Britain, or it's not something we would associate with Formula 1. It's normally winter stuff, winter sports and something like that. It's not something Formula 1-esque. They have only produced two F1 drivers, Vitaly Petrov and Daniel Kvyat. Shame that they've got a Russian Grand Prix and Petrov isn't in Formula 1. It's a bit of a shame, because I think he would have loved to race there. He was a very good driver. He was with Renault for 2010 and 11. Best finish was third in Australia in 2011. I remember that very well. 2012 went to Caterham, didn't perform well. 2013 he got demoted. I don't know what he's doing now. Let us know what he's doing, because I don't know where Vitaly Petrov is now. Then obviously 2014 came in, Daniel Kvyat. He'll be pleased he's having a Russian Grand Prix finally. He'll be looking forward to that. I think it's nice that I think every driver on the calendar should have a home race. We don't really go to France anymore. There's a few French drivers, but if you class Monaco as well, that's very French as well, but that's just like having a Grand Prix in Wales and you're British. It's not this, you're English, it's not the same. It's still sort of British speaking language, but it's not the same. You prefer to have it in your home country. Like obviously Sergio Perez will have a Mexican Grand Prix next year in 2015, and then we should have an Azerbaijan driver soon, because they haven't one in Baku. I think it's called the Streets of Baku. That looks very long as well. So yeah. The Sochi circuit will be about 53 laps, and it's about 3.6 miles, this track, so you're looking at about maybe 130 mark, maybe 130s roughly, the lap times there. Maybe 120, just low 129s, 130s, I don't know. That's my estimate until we get free practice tomorrow. Early one as well, Europe as well. It'll be a pretty early practice start, and then as we come into qualifying, probably about dinner time-ish, and then same again with the race. Also, update on Russia. On the entry list for the Russian Grand Prix, they've said that Alexander Rossi was going to race for Marussia, but they haven't confirmed that, and they're probably debating whether he is going to be or not. I got carried away in thinking that they have. If he's down on the entry list, then they're bound to race him, or they have to put him down, or he, it must be, there might be some sort of rule where he has to put the name down for some reason. But I am very excited for this Grand Prix. I do like seeing a new Grand Prix, like South Korea, and then India. I was excited for that, and then America as well. Very, very exciting. I like a new race. So let us know what you think of Russia. Are you excited by it? Do you think it's going to be good? Also, when you play it on the game, do you think that'll be class? If you're in Britain next week, it comes out next week, or Europe, it comes out next week. Very excited for the new one. And yeah, just let us know what you think of Russia, and if you're excited for the Grand Prix, who's going to win. Obviously, get your predictions in as well for our Predictor League. It's coming to the end of the season now, where every point matters, and if you're going to win, or if an admin wins, say if AE comes first, whoever comes second will win the place. If you want it, it's up to obviously AE to decide. MW and I are just having a bit of fun and having a competitive. I'm down the list for some reason. I keep forgetting my predictions. I'll have to do that as well. I think I have submitted mine this time. But yeah, that'll be fun. So yeah, let us know what you think of the race, and also keep praying for Jules Bianchi. He's getting there, but slowly but surely he'll be getting there. All of our thoughts are still with you, Jules, and Marussia, and his family. Stick in there. You are going to make it, no doubt about it. You will make it. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Formula JT. Follow me on Twitter, at Formula_JT, and like us on Facebook. Also Formula JT, and F1 for Life on Facebook. Like us on that and follow that, because we are a very, very good page, better than any F1 page. That's about it. That's all I can say. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video.